Presented by That Time I Got Reincarnated in the Same World as an Anime Podcaster, this is Shonen Jumping the Gun, the show where we set our sights on the first chapter of a manga and decide if it's a misfire or a bullseye.
Let's see how many rounds are in this magazine. You're tuned to SJTG FM, your one-stop shop for first chapters, and this is Someone Hertz. Welcome, everybody. I'm your dedicated disc jockey, diligently discussing diegetic delays, Isekai Sensei Sama Brad. And today, I'm joined by a very special guest, the Meister of Manzai, who makes multitudes of magnanimous machinations, Jordan from Shonen Flop. How's it going, Jordan?
Great to graciously greet you here. Okay, whatever. Alliteration. What's up?
See, that took me like 10 minutes to put together, so don't worry about doing it.
I'm just going to freestyle, you know?
So yeah, today, Moxie is away, so I have a very special guest. Thank you so much for joining me today.
You are very welcome. Always love to catch a manga's first chapter, you know, see if, guess if it's gonna end up on our show or not.
Yeah, right?
Which, look, I was here one time before and I called it.
Yeah, you did.
Sidcraft is gone.
Yeah, that was it was U19, right?
I don't remember.
I think it was.
Yeah. If it is, I'm not shocked to hear that. For the listeners who don't know, U19 means it was canceled after 19 chapters. The name is pretty obvious, actually, now that I say it out loud.
It's good to be clear.
Good to be clear. Look,
let me see.
Every podcast.
Oh no, 28 chapters. Okay,
yeah.
So it wasn't terrible. Actually, it's pretty close to your cutoff point, right? Was it 35 chapters?
Around there. It's like 35, 40 or something. Like, I know we did one manga, I don't remember which one it is, that got up to like 45 chapters. We were like, never again. Never. No. Yeah, when we had the Patreon, we would split it into, we would do longer series cut up into like smaller, multiple episodes, but we don't have the Patreon going right now. Yeah.
Travesty,
you know.
But yeah, so today we're covering Someone Hertz. That's Hertz. Hertz. Like the frequency.
That's yeah.
Apparently that's actually the name in Japanese as well, although it is spelled differently. Samuwana Hertzu.
I see. Yeah. I mean, arguably it's spelled the same, just in as close as you can get, I guess.
Yeah. You just got to say it like you're racist, except it doesn't count because apparently Japanese is just spoken that way.
Yeah. I mean, basically they try and contort the Japanese language to fit English words sometimes.
Yeah. This is a new series dropping today, September 14th, 2025. We are recording mere hours after it dropped.
Yeah, it's always a surprise. It was a surprise, like, because like I thought I was gonna be here last week, and I was like, are we gonna do the Jujutsu Kaisen spin-off?
Yeah,
like
we did an episode though. So
how was that?
Did you read it?
No, I didn't.
Well, don't. No, apparently there's some mixed feelings. My feelings about it were that it wasn't a very good first chapter. So I'm sure it's fine for people who have read all of Jujutsu Kaisen and liked the end of Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know
So
who those
it's
people are.
bad
but-
for nobody. Yeah, nobody liked it, is what you're saying. Is it the same
I think
author?
It's so it's written by Gege, but it's drawn by someone else. I forgot already.
Yeah, that just confirms my theory that he got burned the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because like I am like halfway through JJK and it's still pretty good, and I hear it gets better from here and then just goes off a cliff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that reads like burnout. It's not easy doing this shit. It's brutal putting out new chapters every week. Like,
Yeah. But today we're talking about Someone Hertz, which is brand new and replacing Nice Prison, which is in fact U19.
yeah,
19
it
chapters
has to
exactly.
because I feel like I just saw that series exist for the first time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that did
Nice
not
Prison,
last long.
Nice Prison started April 20th of this year.
Blaze it,
Apparently, yes.
blaze you dead, homie.
Let's see. What other information do I have? This Someone Hertz is by Ai Yamano, who is apparently pretty new, unless this is a pseudonym that they're writing under, because the only things I could find was that they did 2 one-shots, one in 2023 and one in 2024.
Whenever I hear it's a pseudonym, I'm just like, oh, it's secretly Oda. Just, you know.
I couldn't find any information if it's a pseudonym, but
Let's be real though. Based on this chapter, I don't feel like there's any reason to think that this isn't this guy's first published
okay.
manga. I completely buy it. There was nothing here I was like, this guy. Now he's got a lot of experience.
Well, we'll get into that a little bit later.
Which, to be clear, like isn't necessarily all this sucks. It just means like nothing was like, oh, this guy is like
No
is a
hallmarks
seasoned guy.
of a seasoned professional.
Yeah.
Other information we have here. So, as always with these weekly Shonen Jump chapters, we also are now calling out the localizer and the letterer. So, this was localized by someone we know, David Evelyn.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
Who also localized Nice Prison. Some other notable series I've got here. Do Retry.
Oh, yes.
Mama Yu Yu.
Yep.
Kyokuto Necromance. Super Smartphone.
God,
Sidcraft. Yokai Buster Murakami.
Just did not get, has not been lucky
No.
at all.
But you know why? Because they also did Undead Unluck.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Also
and he,
notable.
He met the
Kaiju
guy.
number
He
8.
he did, right. He did Kaiju number 8, which was great for 50 chapters.
No, David Evelyn's great. Just a bunch of stuff that didn't survive for one reason or another.
Look, I read those. It wasn't the localization that was the problem with those series. I can tell you that for a fact.
Your Undead Unluck Patreon episodes didn't come out on the main feed yet, did they?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
But you're releasing those Patreon episodes on the main feed now, so everybody should definitely get subscribed to Shonen Flop if you're not. I don't know who listens to this show and isn't subscribed to Shonen Flop, but stay tuned for that episode. David Evelyn's great. That was a great episode.
Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun.
And lettering for this series, Someone Hertz, by Finn K.
It's crazy how I'm at the point where you say these people, and I'm like, I know them. Yeah, you know.
Yes, you do. I hope you remember them.
Yeah, Finn's great. Love Finn.
Notable series from Finn, Do Retry, Mama Yu Yu, Kyokuto Necromance, Yokai Buster Murakami.
Yep.
They got a lot of overlap here.
Yeah.
Also, famously, Dear Anemone.
With the series that David, one of the many series David cannot pronounce. Dear
Dear Anemone.
Yes, I was gonna say, please.
Also, letter for Shinobi Undercover. That is still going.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Ruri Dragon.
There you go.
Great.
That's a good one. All right. I'm glad they at least have that.
Bug Ego.
Okay, right. Yeah, they do.
Yes.
They're the ones who told us about Bug Ego. Yeah. Bug Ego is fantastic.
Also, I actually spoke to Finn recently, and one of their favorite series that they're currently working on is Magical Girl Dandelion.
Ooh. I haven't heard of that.
You should probably check it out.
Yeah. That sounds good.
So, yeah, that's all the metadata that I've got for this series.
Oh, boy. So meta.
So now, I decided, I needed my own summary call out. So now it's time for Isekai Sensei Sama's super special soliloquy summary.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, it's a soliloquy. Whoa. Getting Shakespearean up in this.
Mime Fukumori is a second year in high school and the student council president. Wait, sorry, that's wrong style. Let me try that again.
Yeah.
In the deep, dark silence of the early morning, there is an island of comfort where people with a certain passion can connect on the same frequency.
Is this a perfume commercial?
Here's where we meet our protagonist, Mime Fukumori. As a second year in high school and the student council president, no one would suspect that he spends his nights staying up late in order to hear the comedy radio show Long Hope's Monday Midnight Talking.
They're so funny. Holy shit. Funniest shit ever. I was just dying reading the funny things they were saying.
Where a man's-eye comedy duo spend an hour bantering. But the special part, and the time where Fukumori pays the most attention, comes during the last half hour of the show where they read one-liner submissions from their audience. Fukumori has a problem, however. He's been submitting one-liners for 3 years and has yet to have one read on air.
He just keeps sending in, take my wife, please, and they don't get it.
It's got to work eventually.
Come on. Someday it'll make sense.
He's nothing if not tenacious, though, and so continues to submit week after week. His competitive nature drives him to try and be better than a regular who gets their lines read all the time, known as Eel Potato. I kept reading it as El Potato.
I think El Potato's better. I like that name more.
And then I was writing the summary and I was like, wait a minute, it's Eel Potato. But I so much want to say El Potato.
Yeah. I'm with you. I didn't read it that way, but I kind of wish I did because I do like that more than Eel Potato. It's less lol random, I guess,
While everyone at school would never think that the diligent Fukumori would spend late nights listening to comedy, he does have one comrade at school, a girl named Mizuo, who is also obsessed with the show. Though unintentional from Fukumori's side, the two's interactions always tend towards a man's eye bit.
She's so funny. She's so fucking funny. Oh my god. The way she just keeps saying things that are funny.
On a certain day, Fukumori's classmates interrogate him about his relationship with Mizuo, given that they seem to be close.
Well, given that she obviously likes him, obviously has a massive crush on him.
The classmates think that Mizuo has a boyfriend, though, since she's got a keychain that the boy in the basketball club also has, which is apparently a thing Japanese teenagers do when they date.
Yeah, makes sense. That seems like it.
Fukumori says that he and Mizuo are just friends, but it gets him thinking about their relationship. When he later asks Mizuo about it, she says she doesn't have a boyfriend and will remove the keychain. She then confesses that she won't fall in love with anyone unless they're funnier than Eel Potato. At this point, you should have picked up on it already, but Mizuo then tells Fukumori that she's Eel Potato.
I mean, what? You're going to tell me that she's that funny and isn't famous? Come on.
All of this kicks Fukumori's competitive nature into overdrive, though, and he vows to have one of his lines read on air no matter what. Later, while working feverishly on lines in a cafe, Fukumori is coincidentally found by Mizuo, who sees just how many lines he's written. At this point, she gives him some advice. Don't just send in the one line you think is best. Send in all of them. She says that he's too afraid of being funny to look at his work objectively, and many people submit 100 lines a week. She then forces him to send all the lines, to his horror.
He's got nothing left. Nothing left after this.
This confrontation actually spurs Fukumori on, and he spends the next week writing lines instead of sleeping properly. By the time of the next broadcast, he's written hundreds.
Well, and to be clear, like these one-liners are like in response to a prompt. Like,
Yeah.
do you have the prompts written down by any chance?
No.
No, it's okay. They're
I
like,
didn't write down any of the comedy.
You're fine.
This
What? They didn't stick in. It doesn't stick in your mind. It's. Oh God.
We'll definitely get into that, but it's more along the lines of like whenever we cover like gag comics or anything like that, it's like you really can't put the actual comedy bits in the summary because it's not going to work.
Well, it's also like the prompt is like, what if a popular high school girl was a moving lady?
Yeah.
And what if a muscle-bound gym guy tried to profess his love or something? Like, those were the like. Yeah, just we'll talk about it more.
That night, Mizuo calls and says they should listen together, and actually talks the straight-laced student council president into leaving his home at 3 a.m. They walk to a park and listen, sharing Fukumori's coat in the chilly night air. As the show comes to its close with none of his lines being read, but with one from Eel Potato, Fukumori is contemplative. He enjoys the show so much, so he seems content even if his dedication didn't pay off.
It's so weird that she just wants this guy to come sit next to her and huddle next to her and put her coat around her. Like I don't understand why. It's so strange. I don't get it.
Cut to the show's studio, where the producer tells the host that they've got over 300 submissions from one person, and they've picked out the best 3. If the hosts like them, they can read them. Just as the show ends, the host reads out one more line from Owl in the Woods. It's Fukumori's line.
Oh my God.
It's hilarious.
It's so funny.
Everyone who has had a submission read gets sent a special keychain. So a few days later, both Fukumori and Mizuo show up at the school with matching keychains. What will people think? Mizuo tells Fukumori to keep trying to be more funny than Eel Potato. Could she mean? No, that can't be right.
No, there's no way she has a crush on him at all based on how she's like always trying to get him to be close to her and how she like doesn't mind the fact that they're doing something that makes it look like they're together or wants to like cuddle next to him in the middle at like 3 a.m. sharing earbuds. No, of course not.
He doesn't hear Mizuo tell him that she likes having competition.
I see.
And there you have it.
So I will say, I was clowning on this for having Mizuo being like super obvious and him not getting it, but that's accurate though. That's what it's like in high school for guys. It's what you like. I think it's a common thing where like, I've heard where like a guy like will think back to high school and like smack himself on his head because he'll realize a girl was like obviously into him and he just did not pick up anything. Like, so that didn't bother me as much.
Now, I want to give this some credit. I want to give some credit to Fukumori because generally when I've seen this trope play out in other series and the guy is like super dense, the girl is being ridiculously obvious. In this case, while I do think from a perspective of an adult man who knows what these things look like, I think she's being obvious, but she is constantly doing a man's eye bit. So from his perspective, I do think it's less obvious than a lot of the other times.
Well, it seems like she's trying to hide it. She's just not doing a good job of it. But
Yeah,
it's good. It's good enough to fool him.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, look, the biggest problem here, it's not even I don't even think it's necessarily the series' fault. Maybe these jokes are really funny in Japanese.
Well, and I think, we definitely need to put this on the table first and foremost. This isn't very funny.
This is so crushingly unfunny.
There's like one or two spots in there where it's like, oh, that bit was funny. But like most of it is just like, and I'm a fan of man's eye. Like,
yeah,
I've seen very funny Japanese man's eye bits. This is not it.
I just, again, like, so you're saying you don't think this is just it didn't work translated. You think it's also just not funny. Because that's my dilemma here. It's like it's like I feel like a lot of the times Japan's humor sensibilities are very different from America's humor sensibilities. But at the end of the day, I'm reading it in English from an American's perspective.
Yeah, and there's definitely times where stuff just doesn't translate, no matter, like, you could localize it all you want, but like the actual joke that they have in there, it just doesn't translate to a Western, sensibility.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what's happening here. I think these just aren't funny. There
are a couple moments where the joke made so little sense that I figured there had to be something lost in translation. But honestly, most of the time it was like, okay, I can kind of see where the joke is there. It's not funny, but like I can see where what you're trying to say.
Right. Like there wasn't any points where I was like, oh, I don't understand what they're saying. It's like I understood all of it. You could see where the humor was supposed to be.
I don't know. Like when they were talking about the moving lady, I was like, what do you mean moving lady? I don't like that seemed to go into a trope that I just fundamentally don't know. Like, do you? Am I?
No, they're talking about like movers, like someone you hire to move your house.
Right. But the jokes just, maybe it was just so unfunny. I don't know. You ever have somebody...
joke there is like, okay, first of all, it's a funny setup because why would a Garyu girl be a mover?
Oh,
like,
they were talking about a Garyu girl. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I guess I see more of the joke because I think that was a big missing part. Like I can see how somebody would understand that means Garyu girl. I did not pick up on that.
Yeah, and there was a couple in there where I was like, well, I don't think that reference is going to translate from a lot of people. But even understanding them, like the muscle guy one, where it's like they have a very interesting culture over there, but then there's like, oh, he'll do push-ups on the road side of the sidewalk. It's like, well, that's playing into the fact that when a couple is walking down the street, the man should be walking on the roadside so that if, a car goes out of control, that he's going to take the hit rather than the woman. But then it's funny because, he's doing exercises because he's a musclehead and that's what they just do exercise on. It's just like, I get it. It's just not funny.
It's just brutally not funny. And like, Akane Banashi is about Japanese comedy to some extent.
Yeah.
And that series is great.
Yes.
And it's even funny at certain parts. And, when it's not, it's compelling.
There's a very recent chapter where one of the Rakugo is telling the story about this ghost who is, I think she was a, someone who worked in a brothel, but like she got thrown down a well or something. And she had broken 7 plates or something. And these guys went to this well because they wanted to see the ghost. And she comes out and she starts smashing plates. And it's like, when she smashes the 7th plate, then you die. Except then she didn't kill them at the 7th plate because they ran away. But she was really, really beautiful. So they kept bringing more and more people to see her. And she started making a performance out of it.
Oh.
And then one night she goes, she smashed the 21st plate. And they're like, wait a minute, 21? How'd you get this far? And she's like, well, I just wanted to keep going because you're paying attention. And, horrible retelling of that aside, that was hilarious. And I'm reading a spoken word performance in black and white, and I laughed at that. So, like, it's possible.
That's the thing. On one hand, I can sit here and say, like, maybe it's lost in translation. A lot of Japanese humor doesn't translate. But a lot of Japanese humor does translate, is the thing. Like, I have laughed at Japanese things, like, quite a lot, But it really doesn't happen here. And that's a huge problem when the premise of your series is about how funny these people are.
Right.
I mean, and as I mentioned with, when Akane Banashi is not funny, it's compelling. If this series wasn't funny, it has to be compelling in some way, and it's really not.
So I think the one thing that it does have going for it, because I will say this, I didn't hate it. Like, I didn't think it was very funny, but I didn't hate it.
Yeah,
because I think
fair.
the one thing that it has going for it is that it's cute.
Yes,
I think that it's very cute.
I agree. I like her design. Mm-hmm. Her design, I think, is cute. Like, it's she just looks
not
like
a standard Japanese teen girl in a manga look. Like, she's got an interesting look. It is cute. She's cute, but like not weird looking, but also not standard looking. So I think they did a good job there.
Like a mischievous little gremlin girl.
Yeah.
Kind of. Like, no, I agree. And their interaction is cute, Like, this wasn't miserable to get through. It's just like, whenever they were doing comedy, I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. The thing that's most disappointing about that, and this was something that I believe we talked about with the Sidcraft stuff, is like, okay, this is the first chapter. You have a long time to put this together to make the first chapter really good. You have more time than normal, right? And if you couldn't put together a good mystery or really good jokes and stuff for the first chapter, what are you going to do ongoing?
Now, there are some series that manage to start out bad and get better. Like I read a little bit of City Hunter a little while ago. I have to get back to that. But the problem with City Hunter is that it starts out not very good. Also, actually, a better comparison here is Kinnikuman. Kinnikuman's first 10 or 15 chapters are really bad. Like, they're just not good. They're like these very unfunny jokes. And then all of a sudden, they decide to turn it into a series of tournament arcs, and it just gets way better. So, like,
that's the first time that's ever happened.
Well, yeah, it was 1970 something, it was literally the first. Like, Kinnikuman might be the reason why people go to tournament arcs so quickly,
right? And everyone since has ruined it.
Yeah, I don't see that happening here. Mm-hmm. Something drastic has to happen, or it's just kind of gonna get boring.
That's what I was thinking. There's not really
fast.
anything within this that's like all that compelling besides like, oh, how long is it going to take him to figure out that she's into him and like do something about it?
I've noticed that these series, whenever they run out of steam quickly, which a lot of these series do, it starts to become a harem manga. It's like oh, I don't really have anything interesting to do between these two potential love interests, so I guess here's another love interest. And, like, then you run out of stuff to do with her, and then you're like, here's another one? Yeah. And it's just like, I really hope that doesn't happen here.
Maybe we're missing something. Maybe the whole point, because this first chapter is all about, like, oh, he wants to become funnier, and he wants to get his line read on air, right? Maybe it will get funnier. Maybe that's the whole arc of the series.
I mean, maybe, but, like, she's supposed to already be funny. That's the problem.
Yeah. And it wasn't. No.
Yeah. I will say, a teenage girl trying to impress her crush by saying a bunch of unfunny things is actually pretty realistic to me.
Yeah.
But I also think she's supposed to be legitimately funny, which is a problem.
There's not really much of a story to this so far.
No.
I mean, quite frankly, the whole story gets wrapped up. He wants to be read on air, and then at the end, he gets read on air. There we go. It's over.
That's the thing. I kind of feel like, I kind of agree with you. Like, this could be another one shot. Like,
I think you need a better conclusion than that, given the romance aspect of this, but yeah, it's definitely, I don't know what you could do with this besides just keep doing the same thing that they did in this chapter just over and over again.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I unfortunately would not be surprised if in 5 chapters there's another love interest, which I hope not. I really do, because, like, I don't know. I'm gonna say, like, the series that this is should most be like the closest to a successful version of this series is actually Kaguya-sama Love is War.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
I can see that.
These two characters, speaking of Japanese comedy that remains really funny in English.
Yeah.
Like, where you have these two characters trying to, like, hiding the fact that they're deeply in love with each other, like, and while competing with each other over things. Like, that is the closest to the good version of this premise. But this series does not show any sign of becoming anything like that.
I don't have a better guess as to what happens here, because, I mean, I guess you could do something where, like, they actually work together and form a Manzai duo. I didn't see the beginnings of that, though, besides the fact that they are constantly doing a Manzai bit. But the Manzai bit that that they constantly are doing is not very good.
It does kind of remind me of some other series we've read, like Hakutaku, which was also bad. Where it's like, all right, now we're going to show the process of doing this. And, you know, like, I can't think of them off the top of my head, but there are good ways to do that. But this just doesn't feel very interesting.
Yeah. We're actually right in the middle of the craft arc on Shonen Jumping the Gun. And we've, nothing entertainment related except for maybe the last one. Stay tuned. But, like, everything we've read so far has had a reasonably good explanation of how to actually do the thing. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely possible. But I haven't seen it in any recent series in Shonen Jump.
Yeah, it's just... I almost feel like the problem is that the series is, like, too realistic. Like, kind of again, like, not...
because high school children are decidedly unfunny. Yeah.
Yes, and they think they're hilarious. The problem is that there is an adult Manzai group that is supposedly very popular that thinks they're funny.
Yeah.
That's where I get thrown off. These two supposed experts of comedy think that, yeah.
We didn't actually see those two really do anything. Like, the stuff that we got was only them reading off the one-liners.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, the mangaka can make them funny.
I mean, I guarantee you he can't. I guarantee you they're not going to be funny. But the thing is, it's like, I think they're supposed to be funny. That's the problem. It's like, and, the ultimate problem, here's the thing. One thing I really appreciated about a show like Food Wars is that it isn't just a show about making food. It's also secretly a show about making art.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you're like, this guy's the best visual artist of all time, well, now you have to draw the best visual art of all time to sell it. So by making it about food, you're showing the creative process, but you're doing it in a way where the person reading it is unable to taste it and be disappointed.
Yeah.
So unfortunately here, if the author has created a situation where in order to sell that these people are funny, that these people are really funny, he actually has to additionally write things that are really funny. He has to write good one-liners, which is like a very difficult skill.
Apparently.
Yeah. Writing comedy's hard, and especially stand-up comedy, which is what he's also trying to do here.
You know who did Manzai Bit really well?
Who?
Yokai Buster Murakami.
Let me think. Oh, yeah.
That was like one big long Manzai bit, and I loved Yokai Buster Murakami. Other people didn't, but I did.
I mean, Yokai Buster Murakami, say what you will, it had quite a few legitimately funny moments.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna. Yokai Buster Murakami is like so much funnier than this series.
Yeah,
at least just from this one chapter. At least
I don't know how you could have kept that going for a really long time. No. But I was a little disappointed that got canceled when it did.
It had valleys, but it had peaks. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see this series lasting very long. I would be surprised if it made it past 20 chapters. Not I mean, it might. I'm not like immediately calling it like a definite U19. It's just like, how is this not going to get boring I mean, it's already kind of boring.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's like,
and like I said before, it's not awful. It's just not funny.
Yeah.
And so it's the kind of thing where it's like, well, you're not doing your core concept, so it probably isn't going to work. Like, if you reframed it as a rom-com, then maybe you could do it that way, but in that instance, you still have to have some comedy in there.
You got to have the calm. You got to have the calm part of rom-com.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just... Or you make the joke so bad that it's funny. Like, you have to, but...
Maybe that's what we missed this whole time. The joke is that it's not funny.
Look, the worst thing you can be is in the middle.
Right?
So that's the worst thing you want to be. Oh, man. I just don't know who's coming back to this manga next week.
Right.
I don't know who's like, oh man, I gotta find what happens next, and someone hurts.
So I think I'm gonna check back in at like 2 or 3 chapters, just to see if there's anything to this. But like, if by chapter 3 there isn't something funny going on, it's like, yeah, this isn't it.
What?
There's also the possibility that for Japanese teenagers, this is the funniest shit they've ever seen.
That's the
so
thing.
It might do really well in the actual magazine.
It might end up doing very well in Japan. There is no way this does well in America. I just if there is humor, like I got the sense that some of these things were supposed to be puns. Like maybe potato, like I think eel potato feels like it's a pun that just does not translate. So there may be like a ton of those and they're really funny, but we just cannot get them. So maybe it'll do, I mean, I would not be shocked. In fact, I bet it does do at least a bit better in Japan than America, but I don't see this doing well in America.
The literal translation for eel potato is unagi jagaimo. I don't know that there's anything there.
I mean, there's some kind of cultural significance to that. Like it's like that just doesn't translate properly. It's it's like the point is it's like you would need somebody who is embedded into Japanese culture to really explain jokes. Like imagine
we should call David Evelyn.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, imagine explaining some of the American memes to somebody who has no connection to American culture.
Oh, yeah,
where do
definitely.
you even begin? And it's like, so I have, like, some sympathy for that. Again, maybe this is really funny in Japanese. It's not in English. It is not. It's just not.
Yeah.
I will say, I think they, like, she said, like, at one point, the thing that stood out to me, she was like, this surrender is tender. And I'm like, is that a reference to the Steve Vai instrumental Tender Surrender? What the fuck is going on?
You're the only one who got that joke.
That's my point. That seems like something a Rocky would do.
Yeah, right? Okay, but let's give this mangaka some credit, though, because this is written and drawn by the same person, Yamano Sensei.
Yeah.
So they did the art here is pretty good.
Yeah, but most mangas like that. Like,
I would not. I would not go to say.
Oh, not well drawn.
Most manga.
No, here's the thing though. It's not well written. It'd be one thing if it's like, whoa, this is drawn well and written well by the same guy, but it's just like, what you're telling me is that he should have gotten a writer.
Well,
like what you're telling me is that he shouldn't have done that.
Some of the best new series that we've seen, like this year, have been a writer and artist team up.
Which makes sense.
And yeah, I think that a lot of the times you got to have a separation of concerns. Like the people who can make a really good series and they are writing it and drawing it, those people are geniuses.
Well,
Kagurabashi, like you can't compete with geniuses, right?
I don't even know how much of that's a meme because like I hear it's like pretty good.
Kagurabachi's awesome. You're not reading
good.
it yet?
I read like a bit of it. It didn't like I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was like pretty good. It just didn't grab me. But like no, I mean, here's the thing. What you get out of having one person do it is cohesion. You get it where the person drawing it understands the nuances of what they're doing in a way that somebody else writing it would not get. They're able to know how close they are to what they're envisioning with the writing as they're drawing it.
Right.
It's but it's also a significant amount of work.
Yep.
Yeah, like there are so many series that start out with great art that gradually just deteriorate as the writer gets burned out. I mean, I love Chainsaw Man, but that is happening with Chainsaw Man. I can't deny it anymore. I wish I could. It's
Fujimoto has so many assistants, though.
Well, he's a lot of them have left to do other things, but it is just like, god damn. Tagashi, I think, is the most famous example of this, where he ended up with like severe actual health problems due to the brutal grind of drawing and writing, to the point where, like, have you seen those chapters from the Chimera Ant arc that he could not finish?
No, I've never read Hunter x Hunter, but
I've read a little bit of it. I watched the anime. Maybe the best anime I've ever seen, honestly, if I'm being totally honest. But I've seen pictures of the pages that were submitted to Shonen Jump. There was a moment where he was just submitting sketches, like just fully unfinished sketches, because he could not finish the chapters. Like,
you gotta pay attention to your health.
Yeah, he went back and finished them, though, for the volume release, actually. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so this shit's brutal. It doesn't seem like it is, but it really is. It is a grind, and it wears on you.
Yeah. Well, I hope that's not happening here. Probably not.
Yeah.
Because it's not that funny.
Yeah. Don't worry. I feel like it's not going to go for hundreds of chapters.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to end up getting burned out. From this one, at least.
I don't think I would particularly mind. I don't know if I would keep reading it, but I don't think I would particularly mind if this was just a 30-chapter sort of romance thing. But if they want to, like, try and keep this running for 100+ chapters, like, you gotta dial in the comedy here.
Or there's got to be some kind of shift. Like some kind of big change has to happen.
I mean, I think it would need to not be a comedy then, but like it's set itself up as a comedy. So,
well, yeah, it's either do something drastically different and change the whole. I guess make a different manga.
All you need to do is make a completely different series.
All you gotta do
is
is make a different series.
That would be a Manzai comedy bit. We come back next chapter and it's just completely different people doing completely different things.
Like that one Witch Watch chapter.
What if that's what it is? Maybe it's every single chapter is just different people listening to a radio show together.
Ooh,
it's always like a different show.
Oh yeah, like an anthology series almost.
Yeah.
Like it's about podcasts. The effect that podcasts have on people.
Yeah, right.
Jesus Christ. And then I open one episode and they're listening to Shonen Flop, and I'm like, whoa!
Shit! What did we do?
What happened? And the characters are just like, wow, these people are completely unfunny, and I'm just,
and they're so mean.
Yeah, I just get owned by a manga.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be amazing, actually.
I would laugh at that.
Yeah. Oh, I would too. Yeah, it just has to, like, unfortunately, when you're making a comedy manga, you can do anything as long as you're funny. Because at the end of the day, that is the main goal. You could have the dumbest premise. You could have the least interesting story. But if it is always funny, who cares? But this series is not that.
Yeah.
Not yet. Only one chapter. I don't know. Maybe next chapter.
Welcome to this show.
Suddenly it gets funny.
This is what we do. We go, what is this chapter? Is it gonna get better? Who knows?
I mean, as you know, I am legally not allowed to read the next chapter because this series might end up on our show.
I'll get back to you. Yeah. I'll let you know. I don't know if you've seen recently we started doing some different things. So first of all, we've got Shonen Jumping the Gun Mag Dump, where we just check out the first 3 volumes of a series that has done well. We did Naruto. We did.
I've heard of that.
What else did we do? Oh my god, I forgot my own. we cover a different thing every single week. It's really sort of difficult to keep up with like what we've done.
Totally different things too. Like the first 3 chapters of a manga, we'll listen to an album the next week. The next week where it's a politics podcast. You know, like no.
Let me see here. We did. How far back did we go? Oh my god. We did Jujutsu Kaisen. That was one that we did. Wait, did we only do 2 so far? Oh yeah, we did. We've been talking about the next one we're going to do. We haven't done it yet though. But we also started doing this new thing where for some of the episodes, if we read the first chapter and then we go, what the heck is this series? We need to know more. We have Shonen Jumping the Gun R reload. And so we read the first volume and then we come back. So we record the first chapter and then we come back after we've read the rest of the volume to talk about what happens after.
I think that's like my favorite Japanese naming convention where you take the original title and then you add a seemingly completely random English letter to the end of it. Like
I pitched Shonen Jumping the Gun, but Moxie wasn't having that.
I always think of there's this band called this Japanese 80s like glam metal band called Loudness. And they have a song where in the middle of it they're just like MZA. Like just the letters MZA.
Just for fun.
MZA, and they repeat it and I was like, what does MZA mean? And they're like, it just sounds cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Oh my god.
All right, so let's get into thoughts and feelings. So just to reiterate, we talk about our objective thoughts on this and then our personal feelings. Mm-hmm. So we give it a rank. Starting at the bottom, I forget what the meme
Now we're here
rating is, but there's it's like I want to spit on this grave, and then bad, fine, good, great, amazing, and then the high end meme one. It's the Rosa with the puppy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine thing.
Oh, yeah.
I fell in love with this, and if something happens to it, I'll kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Yeah.
So I'll kick us off here with my objective thoughts. I think this is good. I'm going to go with good, even though I don't think it's funny, because I think it's probably funnier in the original Japanese, and I do think it's pretty cute.
I'm going to say you left out I think, important ranking that is probably the single most brutal ranking, which is I am indifferent to this.
Oh.
It's like I don't necessarily like it. I don't necessarily hate it. I just I
think
don't
that's probably
give
fine.
a shit.
I think that's the fine ranking.
Yeah, I guess. But it's like not. It's like worse than fine.
Yeah.
But it's not bad necessarily. It's just whatever. Which is again probably the worst thing. The worst thing. The thing you don't want to be is forgettable. Yeah, and this series just feels so forgettable to me.
My feelings on this are that it's fine. I'm interested. I'm gonna see where this goes in chapter 2 and 3, but I don't really care.
This series is the definition of look. It's not enough to not be bad. You have to also be good. And
especially in Weekly Shonen Jump, which is incredibly cutthroat.
Very much. And yeah, this series isn't bad, but it's not good.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's just not compelling. I'm just.
You get a couple points for not being bad because some of the stuff in here is bad, but you don't get very many points for that.
It's not even that. You avoid the negative points,
Yeah.
but you don't get any positive points. So you're stuck at 0.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm giving it a couple points for being cute, but that's about it.
you know what? That's fair. That's fair. I will give it a couple points for that, I suppose. There is a cuteness, it's a little bit. Yeah, I guess I liked it a little bit more than that, but not enough. No,
Yeah.
not enough. Not even remotely enough.
This feels like the kind of thing where, like, if it was in a different magazine, it would be like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever, do your thing for a while.
It'd be a
But-
cute webcomic.
Yeah, but in Weekly Shonen Jump, there's no way this is gonna stick around.
As a professional thing, in a I guess relatively prestigious magazine, this is kind of
It's the most famous.
it's the
manga
most
magazine.
famous one. It's this is kind of not acceptable.
Yeah. Unless I'm going to leave open the possibility that we just completely can't understand this because it's so Japanese,
Yeah.
and that the Japanese teens are just going to be all over it.
You're right, and if that's the case, then
I'm still
that's
not going to
fair.
read it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can only read this from the perspective of an American who grew up
Right.
in America. It is impossible for me to ever, if this is only funny to people, if this is really funny but only funny to people who grew up in Japan, then it's not going to be funny for me or enjoyable ever. And so it's just it may as well just be bad
Is
from
this
my perspective.
is this a Cypher Academy kind of thing where it's like, oh, in Japanese it's so compelling and interesting, right?
Well, the issue was
But Cypher Academy got canceled too.
Well, Cypher Academy, I think that's giving Cypher Academy too much credit. Because I don't know if it was more compelling in Japanese. It's just that the puzzles made more sense in Japanese.
Right.
So it was better in Japanese. That doesn't necessarily mean it was much better. And also Cypher Academy, the part of Cypher Academy that was just them kind of getting to know each other was actually pretty good. I think I mentioned in the episode, there are 3 manga in here smashed together, and one of them is pretty good, and the other 2 are not.
Pick a lane.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I already said I'm gonna check out probably the next 2 chapters just to see if this has anything to it.
Yeah.
And I guess, yeah, you said you're not allowed to, so you have to wait.
Yeah. I mean,
Keep reading is sort of.
Yeah, and I feel like I will eventually read this because I expect this to be canceled and show up on our show.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, is it enough with Shonen Jump for you to only be popular in Japan? Or is it do you have to also have an audience in America at this point?
That's a good question.
Because
Who do we ask that question to?
Maxi B, maybe.
Does B know that?
Maxi B, they might know that.
Be online,
because if it
message
is
them right now.
if it is
No, they're
possible,
not.
if it is possible to only have, if it is possible to stay alive in Shonen Jump while only having a fan base in Japan, then I see this as still having a potential avenue depending on the idea that these are funny jokes that just do not translate.
Right.
Which is itself a big if. But if you
Shinobi Undercover is on chapter 49 right now, so
but I feel
I
like
don't know. Do people in the U.S. like that?
I have no idea, but Shinobi Undercover, I do know that the premise is more than just look how funny these teenagers are with their very funny jokes, and then their jokes are just nonsense.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the premise of Shinobi Undercover is, oh, he's so awkward and weird around people, but then he's an awesome ninja.
Well, yeah. Yeah, he's an awesome ninja. If one of these characters was secretly an awesome ninja, we would be having a different conversation right now.
Well, stick around for chapter 2.
Okay, though, hold on. We might have figured out how to save this series.
You thought eel potato was a joke, but that's actually...
She's actually an eel potato.
Okay, well, anything we missed?
Is it a joke on potato peeling? Is that the pun?
Oh my god, like, is it eel potato in English in the Japanese version?
Like so it would sound like
Can you message
a
David Evelyn
potato
right now?
peel? But like, I take it back, this is hilarious. Oh god, all right.
All right, well, this is the point where Moxie would ask me to do the plugs. So Moxie's not here, so I'm just going to do the plugs.
Do the plugs.
You should go first because people are still listening. So what do you got going on?
Well, you can check out my podcast, Shonen Flop, where we cover manga that got canceled. You can listen to my other podcast, Mission Ignition, which will most likely... I feel like at this point that podcast is probably dead. It's about a show called Vampires, and that's VAN as in Nancy, PIRES. So, yeah, which is a show that, by virtue of me interviewing an actor from the show, contains the most journalism ever done about the series, because nobody cares about it. But also, I recently did the music in a Game Jam game.
Yeah.
It's called Biscuit Bandits. And we actually just... so it was for Bracky's Game Jam, and the voting finally ended, and we got 28th out of like 2,300 entrances.
Wow.
And the audio got 8th overall, so I'm feeling pretty proud of that. So check it out.
I did check it out.
Yeah, you ran into an infinite loop.
I wanted to play longer, but I broke it. So.
Oh god, yeah. I think we fixed that one. See, that's the problem with game jams. It takes so much to like, it takes so much to get it done on time that you then don't have time for testing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we tried to like patch it as best we could. I don't know if that loop is still in there. I think
I'll check it out again.
It's been fixed, but yeah.
It looks really good, and I think the sound design's good too. I think I didn't touch any other ones in any of the other games, so it's first place as far as I'm concerned.
There you have it. First place. I'll take it. But yeah, you can find that if you go to itch.io and search Biscuit Bandits. I think it's the only one that's plural. But it's on, if you see one that has a gravy boat dumping or like pouring gravy onto a biscuit, and you click it and it is on Mostly Magic's, or it's on It's Mostly Magic's page, that's the one. Yeah.
If I remember when I'm putting together the description for this episode, I'll try and link it.
Thank you. Yeah. Those are my plugs.
Awesome. Well, don't forget to check out Shonen Flop. Check out the episode that I was on, and then maybe in a couple months at least, you can check out the Patreon bonus episode that I was on if that gets released on the main channel.
Yeah.
Although my episode maybe shouldn't go on the main feed.
What was it again? Which one was it?
We checked out that what was it even called? It was the one about the isekai cheat.
Oh no, Cheat Slayer.
Was it Cheat Slayer? Yeah. That sounds right. Yeah.
I don't know.
The quickest canceled manga of all time.
Yeah, one chapter.
One chapter.
If it does, then check it out. It's a good episode.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
Well, as always, I need to thank Sugoi Mart for partnering with us. Sugoi Mart's a retailer of Japanese snacks, drinks, toys, and merch, and lots of cool stuff you can't get outside Japan. Our listeners can click the link in the description or use code APR15 at checkout to get 15% off their first order. We want to hear from our fans, so check out our social media links, which are on our website, animepodcasterreincarnation.com. The best place to chat with us is on our Discord, where Jordan is sometimes.
Yeah.
So come chat with us there. Tell us what you think about this strange first chapter of a manga. You can also find a link up there to our Patreon, where our supporters get perks like getting to vote on what series we cover on heroin addiction, getting the high-quality stereo version of the podcast early, as well as bonus episodes. We actually just had a bonus episode come out last week, so make sure you check that out. And of course, we have to shout out our patrons. So, first and foremost, at our noble tier, we have our marquee, Sir Cake Dwarf. Moxie is not here to do the music, unfortunately, so sorry. Also, at our noble tier, we have our Count imaginary numeral. At our reincarnator tier, we've got Moon. And last, and certainly not least, at our commoner tier, we've got Last Man on Earth, Laura Carroll, and Rena. So thank you so much to all our patrons. Thank you, Brad, for doing that. That's what Moxie always says.
Oh, thank you, Brad, for doing that.
And thanks to everyone for listening. We hope you had a good time with that. Make sure you check out the other series on our feed, and stay tuned. There might be something coming up in a couple weeks, something special. So make sure you're subscribed for that. So once again, thanks for listening. Now, Jordan, I got this idea for a man's eye bit. So you hold tight right there, and I'll be right back.
Oh boy. And you didn't need me to do anything besides read the manga, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Just
No,
check.
this is a really easy show for whoever isn't writing the summary. Don't touch that dial. This is Someone Hertz.
You gotta have like some kind of cheesy like morning zoo sound effects. Yeah, maybe record them both. I don't know.
I did. I just did.
Oh, they recorded.
Yeah,
That was you
recording this whole time.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You had me say these things? No, it's fine.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
No, I gotta get the bonus stuff for after the credits.
Yeah. Gotcha.
This is SJTG FM. Don't touch that dial. This is Someone Hertz.
We're gonna kick it up a notch with a little bit of Someone Hertz. And now get ready for the smooth sounds of Someone Hurts. 'Cause don't we all hurt A little bit.
Everybody hurts.
Especially someone.
So feel free to interject if anything comes in your mind. I interrupt Moxie constantly.
Oh, don't worry. I will.
All right, I got a Mime Fukamori.
Well, it's pronounced meme, but no, it's not. The memes, the DNA of the soul.
And then the bit is that I don't. That's the end of the episode. I don't come back.
Oh my god, I wonder what he has in mind. Oh my god. I can't wait.